will read you my essay on Larry Itliong. Larry Itliong, one of the fathers of the West Coast labor movement, influenced the world I live in by demonstrating that even if you come from a poverty-stricken background, people are still able to make a difference in the community. Also, Itliong showed the Filipino community that dedication and perseverance can lead to victory without the use of brutality. Lastly, Itliong affected the world by showing Filipino Americans that we can overcome barriers placed on minorities, and that our voices can be heard by standing up for our rights in harsh work environments. Itliong's life influenced the world around me by proving that even people who come from families in need can make a difference in the world. For instance, when Itliong came to the United States in 1929, when he was only a teen, he did not have a bed to sleep in or a home with electricity. However, he did not let these circumstances stop him from becoming an activist who constantly fought for human rights in the Labor Act, which aimed towards Filipino men who worked for rock bottom pay. Larry Itliong endured many hardships that most Filipino Americans nowadays, myself included, did not have to experience. It is because of his heroic acts for the community that I reap benefits today. Itliong endured many hardships and became an influential figure in the fight for equal pay for the Filipino American community. Another way Itliong influenced the Filipino American community was proving that through dedication and perseverance, people can obtain victories without the use of violence. For example, within the first 2 years of the Delano grape strike in September 8, 1965, many of the strikers had thought about using violence to get their way for an increased pay. However, the key to success was the strikers' greatest weapon was simply their decision not to quit and to persevere no matter what the odds. Instead of using guns to settle a dispute, Itliong and other United Farm Workers chose to use their internal strength and willpower to triumph in their protest in 1970. Their victory increased work pay from $1.20 an hour to $1.80 an hour and 20 cents for every box sold. These actions impacted the Filipino American community by demonstrating useful tactics and becoming a victorious over a dispute without the use of weapons. Lastly, Larry Itliong has impacted the world around me by showing that even minorities can have their voices heard in society, especially when we stand up for our rights in harsh work environments. For instance, the article states, by 1970, the grape boycott was a complete success. Cable grape growers signed their first union contracts and granted workers better pay, benefits, and protection. This shows that Itliong and the members of the Agricultural Workers Organizing Committee were able to have their opinions heard and were guaranteed that all workers would be better cared for through their continuous fight for immigrant equality in agricultural jobs. In conclusion, Itliong's life influences people today because he overcame tough personal circumstances, he used nonviolence, and encouraged people to have a voice.